So it seems it's your mother's birthday today.
Yes, yes, darling.
And I thought it was a good opportunity to ask you about your mum and to tell me some stories.
She was a wonderful person. She was a very clever girl. She was, this was Sandra, and any of you that have any maths ability from my side of the family, you get it from my mother. She, they could call it matriculation, but she went right through. Then she taught at little girls' school, she taught maths. And then she married my dad, and she was a really wonderful little mum, always very practical. I mean, that thing she always had whenever I lost anything. She'd say, just lost, dear. That's where you put it. It's been a source of great irritation for me through my life. But she's right. But she had a very close relationship with her brother, who had 5 children in Tasmania, and they all came over to school, boarding school, and they had a lot of trouble, eye trouble, and they used to come over. And our house, we had a big house, and it was all, we were kind of brought up very close cousins. They still, I mean, they ring me every 2 or 3 weeks, the ones that are still alive, Auntie Nan's, and the younger ones. Yeah. And our house was always full of people that my mother would tuck under her wing. She was a really, really kind, loving person. And as I say, very practical. Because she was practical, I worked for about 5 years before I was married, and my mother always said, no, you know, you paid me for it, which I did. It wasn't a big one, but whatever it was paid. And then when Grandpa and I were engaged and getting married, and we weren't going to get married for a year or so, he was going to save up, but the war intervened, so we got married straight away, and he had no money at all. And my mother just took me in and gave me this cheque, which was all the money that I'd given her in board. She put it away. Oh. And that furnished our house.
Oh my goodness.
That's what she was on. And then the thing that I suppose I was thinking about her very much today over this, she died when Mum was 6 weeks old, and she had her in her arms that afternoon, and Patty went to sleep, and she was thrilled to pieces because she said, oh, you know, I've got something that I can still hold on to a baby. And she died that night. But before she died, she said, she was so affected, what are you going to put this baby's clothes in? And I said, oh, I don't know. And so she went in, and she had this box thing she used to keep money in, and she counted out this money, and she said, no, I want Bill to go and buy something for the baby's clothes to get in. And we'd seen this chest of drawers, so off he went, and that's kind of the last thing that she did for one of mine. And it's yours now, of course.
Oh my goodness. That's this chest of drawers.
That's the chest of drawers.
Oh, grand.
But she was really, really a wonderful woman.
What's your favourite memory of her as a mother?
Well, I suppose it was Mum waiting for me if I came home from school, or if I came home from work later on, and we lived in a street that had a kind of a way, I suppose you'd call it, down to the station. But it was, well, I mean, I never ever met anybody there, but Mum was always frightened to be somebody waylaying me, and when I came home I'd see Mum standing up there. She was always there for us.
With all your various boyfriends, I'm hardly surprised. And your sense of humour from her as well?
Oh, yeah. Yes, it was. As I say, she was, you know, she was a friend to so many people. And everybody came to when they had a problem. Anybody had a problem, they always went to Auntie Hilda. And Auntie Hilda has helped them through.
Did she teach as well? Was she a teacher?
Well, only just, I mean, nobody, you didn't work after you were married. That was because the wages were adjusted that way, and that was a much better way, Michael, because the mother was always there for the children. Auntie Ness had a memory, I can't remember that, at Lauriston apparently there was some big deal, somebody or other got ill or something or other, and Auntie Ness came in late at lunchtime to a maths class, and there was her mother sitting there ready to take the maths class. I don't remember that at all, but Auntie Ness always remembered that. She did a lot. She did an enormous amount of crochet work, all those rugs and things. She did those for everybody in the family. Those crochet rugs.
Oh, these ones.
Yeah, she used to do that. And but she never taught us to do it because she always would say, I'd say, oh, Mum, you know, I'm making this baby's thing. I want something. Oh, she said. I said, teach me how to do it. Oh, she said, by the time I've taught you, I'll have it done. She said she never did the crochet. But no, she was a wonderful person.
How about all your wonderful knitting? Did that come from her as well?
But she really loved people. She was really, really. And then she came with, you know, my dad was always very bubbly and full of fun, and is she fast asleep, darling?
Yeah, little Ash is fast asleep. You want to go and get Great Gran a cuddle?
No. You're busy, aren't you?
I'm busy.
That's right.
Mum mentioned that she had the whole family at your house during the war.
Yes, she had the whole. I see. I got married, and Uncle Dean got married to one. One on the Friday night and one on the Saturday.
Yeah.
That was me. And then they were in this big house, and so they decided to sell the big house and move into a flat in South Yarra, a beautiful flat. Which they bought, and of course no sooner had they done that than a year or so after that I became pregnant, and then Auntie Ness became pregnant, and then the flat wasn't in, so then they bought that big house out in, have you ever seen that house?
No.
It's just a big, very big house, and we lived there, the whole lot of us lived there during the war. And that's where she died, and she died there. So they came down to visit us, and Mum went to sleep in her arms, and she went home and rang up because my dad had a lot to do with army movements and things. He was a major of some, you know, I suppose the Old Boys Army or something or other. And they were going to Adelaide, or it's Adelaide, I think. And they wanted to take Sandra, and your grandpa had to be praised with care. And she rang to say that she'd rung Bill up, and Bill had said yes, she could take Sandra. And she said, oh, I'll come up, we'll bring her up and I'll get her some you know, pretty clothes to go. And then she was happy about your mum. And at 10 o'clock she had a stroke and died. So it was wonderful, because she died really happy. It was a lovely day for that day.